anytime that I get a chance to coach a veteran team, that's the exciting part, because we're building on things from year to year. We're not just starting over and just working on basic skills and our systems over and over and over again. When we have lots of turnover, that's all that we're doing. We're just repeating the same training every year, just trying to get to a level that that we can kind of be competitive. Whereas when you get an older team, you get to keep carrying on from where you left off, and you actually get to see player development. You get to see players learn and grow and do things that they didn't used to be able to do, learn how to play the game, learn how to counter opponents. All of those things. That's the most exciting part for me, is the game planning and watching the athletes learn how to play the game and to learn about the game. And it can only happen when you have older players stick around that you get to work with year after year, just to get to a competitive level within our league. It takes a long time and a lot of reps, and so I would say that's what is most exciting for me with the group that we have.
I know that game there were parts of that game that you found frustrating. What is on the flip side of that? What's the most frustrating thing being a coach of this team?
Yeah, I don't know that there's a whole lot that's too frustrating. Obviously, we want to play it at a high level all the time, and heading into this weekend, a little bit frustrating because we're starting the first weekend in January. And we're coming back before school's even started, and so in my opinion, we shouldn't be playing this weekend. There's no reason for us to be playing on this weekend before the kids are even in school. And so with how we set up our training for this semester, we just had to do whatever we could to get through this weekend and get 2 wins. We're not going to worry about the product on the floor. We just had to limit our mistakes and get the 2 wins. And coming after this weekend, we'll get into our second semester, and then we can look to really look at our competition schedule that we are training for excellence coming up here. But from a frustration standpoint, the only part would be is if we end up losing a match or going through a game not playing well the whole way and not being able to adjust. But we haven't seen that yet. For the most part, when players haven't been playing well, we've turned it around within the game and really worked together as a group to try to be the best that we can be each night. And so it's been a really fun year to coach from that perspective.
When you look at the confidence level of this team now compared to when you first walked on the court this year, how has it developed?
Yeah, when we first started, coming after last year, everybody was excited of what we did last year, and they were excited to try to do it again this year. But when we first stepped into the gym, there was doubt for just of how good are we actually, and can we do it again, and can we get to that level again? And at the beginning, people were looking around at each other, just saying like, how good are we going to be? Are we going to be as good as we were? And it didn't take long. We just had to get into our league schedule and into our matches, and have them playing as a unit, and for them to realize, yes, we're a veteran old team, and we're very good. And so our swag that we have a little bit right now, our swagger to our team is for sure higher than when the season started. But that all comes again with experience and just age within the league.
Lastly, what do you think the biggest threat to your success is? Is it another team on the court, or is it yourselves?
Yeah, I would say it could be both. The teams are really good in our league, and so if a team is hot one night, if a team gets hot in our league, they're gonna have a chance to beat anybody in our league because it's so tight and everybody's good. But for the most part, because of how old we are, I would think that we would probably be our own worst enemy, and especially not having lost yet. I want to make sure that we're not chasing an undefeated season where we're just playing not to lose versus always trying to play to win. And so I would say that might be the biggest thing for us, is to keep our focus on getting better and what we're trying to achieve as a group, and not getting too caught up in making sure that we are undefeated.